All right, so I have our new document here. I've created a 9-inch by 12-inch document, and I'm just going to show you guys a couple new things real quick. First off is how to make something like grass. You can apply this to really the entire project depending on what you're going to make, but I want to show you really quick how to make like a large kind of random patch of something. So I just copied and pasted a finger here. I'm going to turn this off so you don't have to see it. And now I'm going to go over to finger here, and I'm going to press Command and Option. That'll give us the double arrows here. And now when I click, it will actually duplicate whatever I click. So I'm just going to do this 4 times. For 3 times for 4 fingers total. And now basically I'm going to go in and I'm just going to modify these guys a little bit to make them all a little different from each other. And basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a little bit of variety here. And this will allow me to make sort of a small patch of grass that's 4 blades. Right. Okay, there we go. So there's our 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these using the Shift key. So press Shift and click there, select all 4 of those. I'm going to go to Layer, and I'm going to merge those layers. And so now all 4 of those become 1. And what that'll allow me to do now is go back and press the Command and Option key again to get our double arrows here. And now I'm going to make another patch of those guys. And I'm just going to kind of spread those around a little bit. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to Shift click and select all of these. And I'm going to layer, merge those. And then now I'm going to make a little patch of those. And you can see how this is going to allow us to very quickly make grass. Now if I wanted to, what I can do is I'm going to merge those as well. And I'm going to move these to right here. And now I'm going to create a second set. Just put them up here, move the layer behind so they're behind. And now I'm going to actually use our Command Transform, and I'm going to make them smaller. And you'll notice that pretty quickly what we get is that it looks like these are our 2 layers, right? If we put this one behind, you can see that it already looks like it's going back in space. As the fingers get smaller, it sort of creates the illusion of depth, right? The illusion of moving backwards in space. So that's pretty beneficial. All right. Now, we have already talked a little bit about the adjustments panel. We had talked about brightness, contrast, and levels a little bit. With this project, you're going to be using hue saturation. So we're going to click on hue saturation here, and it'll drop, you'll notice a couple things. Number 1, that it drops a hue saturation layer in here. And number 2, that we have the properties panel over here that shows what our hue saturation actually is. So just like on the last project, you're going to need to clip whatever hue saturation you do. If you don't, it will affect everything below it. So generally when you create one of these, you only want it to affect the layer immediately underneath, and you do that by clicking this button right here. So we're going to clip that. You'll see that we get the arrow right here. That means that it's clipped to this layer. And now we can change this to make it green. Give it a little bit of saturation, maybe make it darker if we want. We're going to try and make it look like it's further back, so I want it to be a little darker. And then let's click here on our second layer. Let's get another color balance, and let's clip it. And then let's make it green as well. And make it a little bit lighter. So again, looks a little bit like it goes back in space, like it's further back, right? Anything where if it's smaller, if it's a little darker, if it's a little blurrier, all those things kind of help with the illusion of depth. All right, so that in a nutshell is hue saturation. What it's going to allow you to do is change the entire color of whatever object you're utilizing. You can also click this colorize button if you want it to take out all of the original color of the object and make it sort of a stark color change. You can mess with that and see if you like it Sometimes it will be really beneficial if you have an object that has a lot of different colors in it. It will take all of those colors out and replace them with one specific color. So that can be useful as well. Let's talk about the filter gallery. We can go up here to filter and then filter gallery. And I'm not going to go through all of these, obviously, because there are a lot, but you can utilize some of these to get different effects. Plastic wrap is one that can usually lend some kind of interesting water type effects. You can see once you click on it here, there's a bunch of sliders over here on the right hand side, and you can mess with those and it will change it in real time over here. And then there is a bunch of folders, all with different ones. So you can go in here. A lot of these are not going to be beneficial for the project, but some of them can be kind of cool. There's one that gives it a little bit of a texture. A lot of these are used, like I said before, for helping things to look more like water, or maybe like clouds, things like that. Giving texture to make things look like maybe rocks or sand, etc., all that kind of stuff. So you can go in here and see if you find any that look really good that you like. And each one of them, of course, has its own sliders that you can modify. Once you find one you like and you get all the sliders where you want them, you can click OK, and it will set that filter. And that's it. So you can do multiple filters if you'd like, whatever ends up looking good for the project. And I think that's really all I wanted to get to. So not a lot of new stuff. I wanted to keep it pretty simple. Mostly just learning how to manipulate, duplicate objects, manipulate color. That's the big parts of this assignment. So good luck. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys soon.